This is the king, the most important piece in chess. You can move the king one square per turn in any direction surrounding it. For example, you can move it up, down, left, right, and diagonally in every direction. However, if a space is being used by another friendly piece, then you cannot move the king on that same square. And if a space can be immediately attacked by an enemy piece, you cannot move the king there either, regardless if the space is empty or not. Now go ahead and try moving the king yourself. This is the queen, the most powerful piece in chess. You can move the queen any number of squares per turn in any direction surrounding it. For example, you can move it up, down, left, right, and diagonally in every direction for as many squares as you want. However, if a space is being used by another friendly piece, then you cannot move the queen on that same square, or on any square past it in the same direction. Now go ahead and try moving the queen yourself. This is the rook, the second most powerful piece in chess. You can move the rook any number of squares per turn in horizontal and vertical directions, but never diagonally. For example, you can move it up, down, left, and right for as many squares as you want. However, if a space is being used by another friendly piece, then you cannot move the rook on that same square, or on any square past it in the same direction. Now go ahead and try moving the rook yourself. This is the bishop, which is considered a minor piece because it is not as powerful as the rook or queen. You can move the bishop any number of squares per turn in diagonal directions only. For example, you can move it in the upper left, upper right, lower left, and lower right corners for as many squares as you want. However, if a space is being used by another friendly piece, then you cannot move the bishop on that same square, or on any square past it in the same direction. You will always start with two bishops on different color squares, and because they only move diagonally, they will always stay on the same color squares that they started on. For example, a bishop on a white square will always move to a white square, and a bishop on a black square will always move to a black square. Now go ahead and try moving the bishop yourself. This is the knight, which is considered a minor piece and is just as powerful as the bishop. You can move the knight in an L shape that is made up of two squares going up, down, or sideways, followed by one more square to complete the shape. For example, you can move it in an upward left L shape, a downward left L shape, or a left side up L shape. Unlike any other piece, the knight can jump over any square, even if it is being used by a friendly or enemy piece. However, it cannot move to a square that is occupied by another friendly piece. Also note that for every new move the knight makes, it will land on a different color square each time. Now go ahead and try moving the knight yourself. This is the pawn, the weakest but most common piece in chess. In its starting position and as its first move, you can move the pawn up 2 squares forward, but after that, you can move it only 1 square forward every turn. For example, from the board perspective of white, you can move a white pawn upward, or you can move a black pawn downward. However, if a space is being used by another friendly piece, then you cannot move the pawn on that same square. Now go ahead and try moving the pawn yourself.